Hey, Landria here. Welcome to Chic Sustainability. I want to talk today about your mental state. Everything's connected. And I've read this CIA report by the Monroe Institute. If you don't know what that is, I'll put it down in the description. But it really describes the state of what humans are. And it's so huge, massive, and powerful. And we are so sensitive to absolutely everything because we are connected to all things. And starting with your body, I want to talk today about how you're feeling. Do you ever get depressed, discouraged, anxious, especially about the future, maybe about your current state and you don't know what to do? I'm going to share a few things with you. Maybe we can get you in a place where you understand exactly how much control you have over this. So I know this is a little bit of a different subject. Sustainability is part of this channel, and that is creating a healthy environment for you. So I want to talk about that specifically right now. Depression, it's a big deal. I know a lot of people with it, and I want to talk to you about it today. Let's go. Welcome to Chic Sustainability. I'm Landria, Onkka. I want to talk to you about the state of your mind, your emotions. It's a big deal. Why are so many people on medications? And how does that affect us? And let's talk about everything in our environment. I'm going to introduce you today to things that I'm using that can clean up your body, your mind, and give you a head start, because I don't think you may realize just how much your environment and the toxins are affecting that mental state. All right, so I hope you'll subscribe, and let's talk about the beauty in our homes, the products we use, making ourselves beautiful, because the material world is to be enjoyed. But how are we using it? Everything is energy. So that means if I'm connected to everything, I have to take care of everything, starting with my body. Now, I have to tell you, I'm a very happy person. I don't have mood swings. I didn't even go through menopause. I didn't have any of that stuff going on. I'm very fortunate. So my emotions are my choice, but a lot of that too comes down to my choices of what I eat, the products that I use. I don't have the toxins that most people have, although it cannot be avoided. Just breathing puts them in your body. Now I'm going to introduce you to some things that'll help you clean up your body, your environment. So much of what you have in your home is poison. This can affect your mood. Now I have to tell you, the reason why I shot this video is because I was sitting in front of my computer creating what I call a visual happy board. In other words, I create a movie with pictures and music, and I play it for myself. It's sort of meditational. If you have a Mac, you could do this too. And that's to download free videos or pictures off of pexels.com, Pexels.com. They're free, and you can tip them if you want to reward them for sharing those beautiful videos and pictures. And I download them into iMovie. A PC is going to be different. Then I go into my own music library. This music is not going to be put out there to the public, so it's okay to do that. And I put these pictures to the music that I really love. Music that motivates me, that evokes feelings, right? Brings the feelings out, the happiness or the peacefulness, whatever music you love that you chose. Put it with the photos that inspire you. A beach, travel. I have Greece on there, and Europe, and beaches, and ancient ruins, and all kinds of really cool, inspiring stuff. Hot air balloons in New Mexico. Just beautiful sceneries that can shift your mind. There's a study by the Monroe Institute that talks about how we can take ourselves into a different state of mind through what's called patterning. And basically what that is visualization that creates, and it really does create. So I want to share with you today how we can use all of these things, the combination of things that are a part of our world that create this current state that you're in. So we want to start with the body first. You cannot be drinking anything out of plastic. It's pure toxin, and we have over a credit card of plastic in our bodies. It's in mother's milk. It's actually in men in their private parts. That means we're passing this on to children. We wonder why they have cancer. It starts with what we're doing and using. Whatever you eat has preservatives, toxins in it. Even the food that you purchase from your farmer, even if it's organic, they're using some kind of chemicals. So let's reduce that as much as possible. Anything that comes in plastic, if it comes in plastic, you're putting it back out there, it's going into the environment and back to us. So we have to be responsible and sustainable. Now, the reason why I shot this video is because I had a piece of apple pie last night, and I don't eat sweets, but I for some reason thought it looked really good. I had a piece of apple pie, and of course it's loaded with sugar. And this morning I got up and I was on my computer and I thought, I don't feel as, as elevated as I usually am. I wouldn't say I'm depressed, but I definitely felt like I had a drop in frequency, let's call it that. And I thought, what would have caused that? I never eat sugar, right? And when I do, what happens? It messes with my whole system. In other words, it messes with your mood. It spikes your blood sugar, and then it drops it. So it starts with what you eat. Everything you eat counts. The chemicals that are in it, what it comes in, the containers leach in. Did you know that even cans have plastics in it that leach into the food? It starts now. Start cleaning everything up. I'm going to show you some products I'm using, and one of the major ones is cleaning up my water. I just got a new water filter because I was tired of going back to the grocery store and getting spring water. Who knows what's really in that, right? And this water filter takes out 80 different toxins, pharmaceuticals, and everything you can imagine that's really nasty. My toothpaste is non-toxic, and it comes in a glass container, and it's a little bite. I have that down in the description too, because did you know your toothpaste is toxic, and that if you swallow it, you're supposed to go into poison control? It's going into your mouth and into your system every single day, right? How many times do you brush your teeth a day? At least twice. When you're putting lotions on your skin, the biggest organ on your body, it's going into your system, and your kidneys, your liver, everything's having to clean it out. Everything you do counts. The food you're eating, everything counts. Don't go to fast food because it's convenient. It's just as easy to make some really great dishes. And I'm going to start sharing more of those, of what I'm doing that's really cool. Most of the foods that I eat are vegan or vegetarian at least. Eggs every day are actually really healthy for you, and in weeks can actually clean up your skin, help with your eyesight. The list is crazy. I learned this from Dr. Eric Berg. If you're not familiar with his channel, you're going to want to go check it out. He does everything natural, and he eats 4 eggs a day. I actually want 1 or 2 a day. Remember when people told you shouldn't do that, it's bad for your heart? That's not true. So we hear a lot of things out there that are baloney because people want to push products or push you to be addicted to whatever medications you're taking. There's probably so many medications that people can get off of, including anxiety and depression pills. Now, I'm not saying that you should do this. I'm certainly not going to give you any kind of medical advice whatsoever. But I'm wondering how many things that you can change that will alleviate those. Now, I shared some things with a friend who was going through menopause, and I told her to get into organic, clean foods, go vegetarian, and work out a lot. Do you know she absolutely turned everything around? She stopped having the mood swings and even the sweats. Everything was minimalized. She realized that her body had become so sensitive, and hormones are sensitive to the chemicals we're putting in our body. If you want to get into a higher frequency and mood, then we have to expose ourselves to everything that is the cleanest, highest frequency. It includes what you're watching in media, Let's go into that space. What you're watching in media, what you're doing for a living, the relationships that you have, the friends you hang out with, what you're thinking and feeling. So this movie that I create is a bunch of beautiful pictures with music that I love, and then I put sayings on there of things that I desire to manifest. And so it's just an enjoyable experience. If you create your little movie, and maybe you just do a meditation online on YouTube, do it every day. Do it in a very upbeat kind of way. In other words, beautiful things that shift your mind, if even for a few minutes, to something that is happiness, peace, whatever it is. Meditation is critical. The night before last, I meditated for 2.5 hours. It was a beautiful experience. And so this works. It takes you into a space of healing and peace and manifestation in a way that you don't realize is so subtle. Everything counts. So what's patterning? Patterning is actually when you use every part of the environment, your thoughts, and your manifestation capabilities to get you to shift into something higher. Now, if you are in a low frequency, you're going to be focused on some negative things. You're actually creating that. So we want to pull out of that and go into something higher. That means patterning is using everything you can to direct your focus and attention to the beautiful things, the higher thoughts, the positivity. That means you have to end the judgment, the separation, the criticism of others, finding enemies in everything, or being a victim. I hear the victim story all the time. But the truth is, you're equally powerful as everyone else, and every subtle thought is manifesting. You have equal power. So every part of your life has to change. Your diet has to change now. Now, there may be some addictions that you have to sugar, and even to preservatives. Fast foods, they have all kinds of stuff in there. Corn syrup, sugar, yes, chemicals, and these things create addictions. And so we have to wean ourselves off of it. But if you are choosing things that you really enjoy, and I'm not talking about rabbit food, if you don't like salads, don't eat salads. I'm talking about some really great, tasty foods. You will get addicted to that, and that's okay. If you're going to be addicted to anything, be addicted to happiness and joy and all the things that are going to clean up your system and take you to that high frequency. Your life will change literally overnight. You'll wake up and realize that you're sleeping better, that you're happier, that you don't have mood swings, and that all of a sudden the world isn't looking so bad. Stop exposing yourself to negative media and all the shows that are negative, including the reality shows where they're arguing and fighting all the time. This is all conditioning that keeps you in a state of disempowerment. And there are people out there that actually do this purposefully. Commercials, shut them down. You're conditioned to believe that we're supposed to be, here in America, always sick, because everybody on there is taking some kind of medications, and they're all happy because they take the meds because they're sick, and now the meds have cured everything. However, I still have all this stuff, and then okay, if I have other symptoms, then I take other meds. This is conditioning. And so you are running to the doctors to solve every problem when it's just masking it. So in most cases, you have the ability to improve your conditions with your environment, foods, all the choices that you're making. Is it time to get out of depression and anxiety, fear of the future? You're creating your future. So if you're suffering from any kind of depression, anxiety, what we've been living in has been so unhealthy and destructive for ourselves and our planet, it has to change. So with change comes shakeups, and things will dissolve. And there are going to be people that do some crazy stuff out there that doesn't look good, but it prompts other people to do things that are healthier for us. Let that be you. What changes can you make, including what you put on your hair? The thing that I've noticed is that people keep using more and more products to get results that they want. But the truth is that the less you use on your hair and your skin and everything, the more you allow it to be its beautiful natural self. So I had somebody stop using all these things because she thought her hair was dry. I said, stop all the chemicals, and all of a sudden her hair started to look healthy, and her natural wave came back. I'm going to share that shampoo with you. It's a bar and it doesn't come in plastic. If you make these changes, you will be shocked at the results. And it's going to be so simple. And by the way, this stuff is not more expensive. If you are drinking water out of a plastic bottle, then you are spending a fortune. And this water system in the long run is going to save you way more money, including your body. Let's detox. So I hope this was a helpful video. It's not as exciting as my interior decorating, but I'm going to show you that in the next video. Get healthy, get chic, and get sustainable. Thanks so much for watching.